All right, boys. Welcome. New episode of the Soccer Podcast. I'm your host Connor. With me today, Patty and Mikey. No Griff Dog today. I think it's like, I don't know. He was eating Taco Bell a couple of minutes ago. So I don't know.
Not
He's
committed.
eating it, though.
Not committed.
I don't know. This episode is brought to you by Utz Pretzels. Not actually, but sponsor us, please. I like your pretzels. So, summer of OVs officially ended. Preseason hockey started. And more importantly,
Big trades.
big trades.
Big.
Massive, blockbuster, monster deals. Some guy named Eric Carlson, I don't know that guy.
Who's that?
But, rather a 7th round pick than Eric Carlson.
Yeah.
Yeah, so before we get into that, there's also a Max Pacioretty trade, which is also pretty big because he's going to Vegas now. So Vegas is going to be even better.
Pacific.
Yeah.
Pacific's gonna get better.
Monsters.
Man, poor Shane.
Feels bad, but also like not really.
Feels bad, man.
He brought it to himself. He was like, "I'm gonna be on a playoff team." And they're like, "Listen, gave you Otto," and he's like, "Bad." And now they're just as bad as Colorado was last year.
That's true.
So I don't really feel that bad for him.
Anyway, should we talk
I mean, all these trades would have been good like 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah, that'd be
So we
great.
wouldn't have to be making.
Actually,
List
boys,
of-
we're joking. We're not talking about the trades. They were talking. We're gonna make a list of the top 10 assistant coaches in the Pacific Division.
Brought to by NHL Network.
Brought to you by NHL Network.
Number one reliable resource right there.
What do you guys want to talk about first? Eric Carlson trade or Max Pacioretty trade?
Let's go with Pacioretty because that happened first.
Anyway, so Max Pacioretty was traded from to the Vegas Golden Knights for Nick Suzuki, Thomas Tatar, and a 2nd round pick. Is that right?
I think it was second.
Thomas Tatar, Nick Suzuki.
Oh, I got it right.
Second round pick.
Let's go. I was trying to remember what it was. So, I think this is a good trade for both teams. Well, I think it's a better trade for Vegas now that Pacioretty signed, but
Montreal still didn't win the trade.
I don't think they would have won the trade anyway. Max Pacioretty's a 30-goal scorer. He's like 29 years old, 30 years old, in his prime. But, he just wasn't a good fit in Montreal. And I feel bad for him because Montreal's not a good hockey market because their fans are just so, not good. Max Pacioretty's
like Toronto.
Like
any Canadian.
Yeah. They take their hockey really seriously up there. And, I feel bad for him because you get ripped on every night. You get, made fun of in public. Everyone's just chirping you when they see you.
Well, just wait until Tavares has an off night.
Oh, I know. Toronto, they're gonna be
They're gonna want him out
"Kyle
quick.
Dubon, what are you doing?
Not
You're the
last
worst
night.
GM in the league."
2 goals last night.
Yeah, he
Is that
scored.
right?
Yeah, so they're happy right now, but just wait until he doesn't put up a point in one night.
Get him out of here.
Yeah. So I think let's go over. So for Vegas gets a 30-plus goal scorer. Guy can put up 60, maybe 70 points. Still in his
I
prime.
think he's a good replacement for Neil.
Better than
Yeah,
better than James Neal. They signed him for $7 million for 4 years, something around there, 7.5 for $4 million, which is a good contract for him. I don't know if he's gonna re-sign with them or not. I don't think he will re-sign with them. He's probably gonna be like 30, between 32 and 34, whatever he gets out. I forgot how old he is.
Does he end in Vegas?
No, he probably doesn't go. He doesn't end of age. He probably goes somewhere else for 2 or 3 years and stops playing there. He's never retired in Montreal.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, maybe he gets flipped off after his third. Not
Go
flipped
back
off.
to Montreal.
He is flipped for his third season when his contract's going up to some team. But I think this is for Vegas. They have another first, second line center. He's a winger, isn't he? Is he a natural winger? I think, but he was forced to play. I don't know. Montreal likes to take their centers, make them play wing, and take their wings and make them play centers, which is why they're not a successful franchise. Mark Bergevin's a terrible GM. Anyway.
I think. My bad.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, shut your mouth, Mike. You're not invited to talk yet.
Sorry.
I'm kidding. I think that it was a good trade for Vegas. It was a good trade also for the Canadians because he probably was going to leave him anyway, so might as well get something for him.
Oh, it was a good trade for Vegas because now they get another boost in a already strong Pacific Division that's getting stronger.
Jesus, I know.
I thought what was funny or ironic was Nick Suzuki was doing the Vegas Golden Knights takeover during the developmental
As he's
camp.
getting traded.
the night of
The night
getting
of.
traded. Yes.
Probably said something stupid. He said something like, he's gone.
Yeah, and like the last one said big things happening for Nick Suzuki, and I was like, oh, it's like that. But I just thought that was ironic too. It's
That was
funny.
funny.
I think Thomas Tatar. I think if it was the beginning of last year, we would all think, oh, this is probably a decent trade. But then get traded from Detroit to.
So first, second, and third
Yeah.
line, you have to be a healthy scratch.
Oh,
Yeah, I know, for the entire
I just
playoffs.
remembered. Mark Zetterberg retired.
Hendrik Zetterberg is not retired. He just can't play anymore.
Wait,
Mark.
It's Hendrik Zetterberg.
cut that.
We're not cutting that.
Cut that.
Mikey said Mark
Wait.
Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg, the All-Star center.
Wait, who was the Detroit Red Wings captain?
Hendrik Zetterberg.
Oh, yeah, didn't he
Sweet.
retire?
Well, they're officially retired.
was
but
forced
he can't.
to.
Yeah, he can't play anymore.
Whoops.
Ended at 960 points, 1,080 games played, 1,088 games played, something like that.
So
Picked 217th. 7th round.
217?
Insane. All right, but before you get to that, back to this. I think another reason why it's a good trade for Montreal does get a good player. Nick Suzuki. Guess how many points this kid put up in the OHL? I'm pretty sure he put up 300 in his career.
How many years?
That's what I'm Google for, right, boys?
yeah, that's true.
See, we're prepared here.
Not really, but it's cool. Nick
Suzuki.
Suzuki. Suzuki. There it is. Montreal Canadian Center. Alright, so his name right. Let me just copy and paste his name. Just kidding. Nick Suzuki OHL stats. I'm pretty sure he put up 300 points in his career, which is like pretty good.
Yeah.
His elite prospects page. This is really unprofessional. Kid's 19. He's natural center. Let's see. Games
How many
played.
years?
Total points.
Yeah, he put up 100 points in the O last year. That's what it was. I think he has.
That's
I
crazy.
think he has 300 in total, or almost at least. But yeah, he put up 100 points in the O last year, which is like something like what David did.
How many points do you think he puts up this year? in
If he
the NHL?
plays this year, he's really fast and he's really smart.
I remember watching him last year preseason, and I was like, this kid's
He's
solid.
solid.
He's fast and
especially now that he has like confidence putting up 100 points.
yeah.
It depends who he plays with, because I mean, if he plays with Jonathan Drouin,
Yeah.
that could be a really good. That could be one really good line. But also, are they going to play him or not this year? I don't know. Are they giving him another year to develop?
Probably not.
I don't know if they're going to play him or not. To be honest with you, I'm not sure what he's thinking up there, but he's probably not. So yeah, and then Thomas Tatar. I mean, people were blasting Tatar because he wasn't doing good this year, but he's not a terrible player.
No.
He's like 30-something years old. He still puts up he can put up like 20 goals maybe if he's playing with the right people, but I don't think he's playing with the right people on Montreal. So I'm not really sure how
I
many
mean,
points
I
he'll
think
put
what
up.
didn't really help him was also like when he got traded, and he didn't really play at 4 games in the playoffs he played.
Yeah, he was a healthy scratch. It's just because Vegas was meshing so well, they probably don't want to mess anything
Yeah.
up. Probably fun for him though. Be able to
Once
sit in
in
the
a
press
while.
box. Yeah, sit in the
Uh-huh.
press box, eat some food, drink some apple juice in the press
Yeah.
box.
Been nicer if they won the cup for him, but
Yeah, not nicer for us,
yeah,
but
you
nicer for him.
dress
Oh my
up
gosh.
and go out there.
That's a funny thing. I didn't know he did that until I saw
I
10
remember
of our
that, yeah.
Hershey Bears prospects running out there in full gear, and I was like,
yeah.
what are 20 guys on the bench for?
I saw that Phoenix go. I was like, what?
I was like, hopefully. I was like, that's not Holtby. So yeah, I think it was. I understand the trade for both teams. I personally think that Vegas won that
Yeah.
just because they were signed in this season. But we'll see how it happens. It could end up that Nick Suzuki becomes a beast, and that looking back on this, Mark Bergman actually makes a good trade.
And
Yeah.
Thomas Tatar, has
Ends
a
up
few
winning
solid
up,
years.
yeah.
Yeah.
We don't really know who wins the trade until
So like a couple
the
years.
season
It really
starts.
takes like a season or two to figure out if anyone
Yeah.
won that trade. Like no one really knew who won the PK Subban Montreal.
I think we know now.
Yeah.
Now we know
Now
who
we
won it.
know.
So one of those guys is recovering from surgery, and one of those guys is on the cover of NHL 19.
Yeah. Tell me which.
Put that in the comments. Who's covering NHL 19? So, ready to get into? Do you want to talk about Hendrik Zetterberg first, or
Sure.
We'll talk about Hendrik Zetterberg and then one or two other things going on in the league before we get into the next trade.
Okay.
So Hendrik Zetterberg picked 217th overall.
Such a shame.
Yeah,
Having to
he
retire
was
early.
gonna break. I guarantee he's breaking 1,000 points this year. He probably would have broken that. He would have probably been at like maybe like 980ish if he played a whole season last
Yeah.
season, but he didn't. But like
How
you
old
know,
is he?
he's like 33,
I'm gonna look that up.
30 between like somewhere in 30, 35. I think they should trade his rights to Arizona, like because
Why?
well. It's
Yeah,
sort of
like,
funny because
Papadopoulos.
Papadopoulos' rights been traded to Arizona. Chris Pronger can still play for Arizona if he wants to, and Marion Hossa can still play.
Really?
Yeah, all 4 of those guys have their rights traded to Arizona, so I think they should just do that. They all of them come out of
He's
retirement.
37.
37. Oh, I was off by a lot. Holy.
So I think like,
still
even
beat it,
then
though.
he'd probably
we still have very handsome
2 more
guy.
years if that.
Yeah.
Beard.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's a sick beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then maybe we talk about yeah, you know,
Preseason starting up.
yeah. So yeah, I mean,
I mean,
it's been
it was
okay.
only 1 day, I think.
2 days so far.
2
Yeah.
days.
I know the Caps played 2 games. We lost both of them.
Ooh.
Both to Boston.
Yeah, rough start for the Caps. The defending Stanley Cup champs.
We opened with them too. I know.
Oh yeah, I know. They just sitting up in the press box. I saw.
Yeah, the first game he was out at the Redskins game. Didn't
Yeah, he was skipping.
Oh.
GMBM got mad at him a little bit. It's like, what are you doing? Get yourself through the ring. God, what else is there to talk about? Yeah, preseason. I don't even know what's preseason. I think Rasmus Dahlin did. Oh, that was prospect game. Sorry, that's not
Yeah.
preseason. I was gonna say Rasmus Dahlin put 3 points in the preseason game. That was prospects. Which I think who's been like.
Has he
Elias Pettersson's been doing pretty good for Vancouver in the preseason. He put up a nice goal the other day, like shorthanded.
Yeah.
And then so was Elias Anderson. I think Elias Anderson had the shorthanded goal. Elias Patterson just nipped one. These are terrible hockey fans. Do we follow into discussions? We should DM them and be like, we'd be good friends with you guys. Like, look at our podcast, follow it.
Good friends.
Hashtag suspend them or not.
Suspended or not.
Tom Wilson suspended or not?
Oh my gosh, dude! Every single time people are so annoying. He's such a clean player. He never played dirty
Yeah,
in his life.
come on.
Yeah.
He's,
I'm trying to think anything else to be talked about before we go into this next trade. Anything else that's been going on in the hockey world?
No. Not really.
I feel like someone. Josh Morrissey signed a bridge deal. Bridge
Tyler
deal.
Seguin.
Tyler
Tyler
Seguin.
Seguin.
We'll go Tyler Seguin first. Tyler Seguin got 8 years for 9.5 mil a year, which is a really good contract for him. I think he's a really solid player. I don't think that's more than Jamie Benn, but it's still good numbers. I thought they're gonna get the same contracts, especially with all the money that's being tossed to all these big stars now.
yeah.
But he got 9.5 for 8 years. I think that's really good for him. He's like 27 or 28 right now, so I'll probably room to end his career, probably retire a star. He's a solid player. I think he put up like 70 or 80 points last year. I'm not sure. I don't know how many goals he had, but you know he's not bad. I think it's good for him. Yeah, it's gonna be really good for Vegas, for Dallas Stars for the next couple of years. He's also a man rocket too, so fills the seats.
Oh, 9 years.
9 years?
9 years.
9.9. That's probably makes more sense. 9 by 9.
Yeah. 1.1 every year. Mathematician over here.
I'm a scholar, yeah.
Carlson trade?
No. Josh Morrissey. I said no. Josh Morrissey, young defenseman for Winnipeg. Really solid player. I didn't know what kind of contract they're gonna offer him. They ended up giving him 2 years for I think 3.7 something mil. So bridge deal it's a transfer from an entry level contract to a bigger contract, and then he's gonna get his big boy contract after those seasons are up. Yeah, that's like it's anywhere between like 6 to like 11 mil depending on how good he is. Which is good. He was a really good defenseman for them last year. I didn't watch too much of their games, but I knew he was solid. I think he's probably gonna be playing in their top 4 maybe. I'm not sure the top 2 or not, but he'll probably be in their top 4. And then there's one more guy that got like a contract like that. I forgot who though. Oh, Sam Reinhart. Sam Reinhart just got signed in one of those 2. I think his was 3 years for like 2.75 mil or something like that, or 2 years for 3.75 mil. Like basically the same thing, sort of. And I think Sam Reinhart could be good this year. I know last year.
He's with Buffalo, right?
Yeah, last year I want to say what happened to him was
You're not cute.
he's a center. He had to play wing, or he was a wing that had to play
That
center.
seems
or
like
something
that
like
happens a lot now.
Yeah, people don't understand those positions aren't really interchangeable. But he ended up playing like 50 games as either a center, whatever natural position he was. I think he's a natural wing. When he ended up playing wing, he ended up getting like 50 points in 50 games. Like, the kid's good. They just didn't play him in the right position. And I know I'm a sick hockey player, but I can like. Having to play out of position is really uncomfortable for every player. Like, it doesn't matter what level they are. People are like, oh, he's an NHL player, just adapt to it. But, like, it's more than just, switching the position a little bit. There's a whole different aspect to the game when you're playing a different position.
Knowing where you have to go.
Yeah. So, he's looking good this year. I think he'll Buffalo a lot.
Thoughts on the new Jets alternates?
Ugly.
Ugly. So ugly.
They're okay. They're not the first thing.
Hideous.
Why do you think they're ugly?
They're just poop. It's garbage.
Don't use that language on mine.
It's just
On
a
my podcast.
blue jersey, Jets, white. It's so ugly.
Well, that's the same thing as like the mustard colored jerseys for the Penguins.
I never said those were good though.
I'm just
They're okay.
saying.
They're okay. I don't hate them. I didn't like them at first, but now I'm like, they're not bad. They sort of remind me of, you know how some Angel teams to like female versions of jerseys for some reason?
Yeah.
They sort of remind me of those. Like, they look sleek and like sort of like,
kind of.
they sort of look sleek
Like
and
the
they look
script
raw.
too. Like,
yeah. It looks sort of like, I mean, they're not ugly. I'm sure they look good when they're wearing them, but they just look sort of like sleek and long, like they're in the women's section of for NHL shops. I don't know why they sell female jerseys. That's sort of dumb. I think I didn't realize I was wearing a male hockey jersey.
Wow. Wow. Sexist.
I'm saying it's stupid. Equality for all jersey wearers, bro. I don't actually mind them that much. I think they're sort of nice. Copper drop, absolutely a drop, but
Yeah.
they're still not bad. Why are we looking up here?
Could be worse. I mean,
You're showing me the Jets. Are we gonna go to the camera? How much are
Gotta
that?
show. $170.
That's not that bad though.
Ew. Like.
You know what I'm talking about? Though? Like
That's
they
not
sort
that
of
bad.
do like the female jerseys.
I think it looks a lot cleaner with the white though.
Yeah, if it was just straight blue, I'd be like, but yeah.
Gotta show the viewers.
Stupid giggle.
Hideous.
I dropped the pretzel. No.
Yeah, they just look clean and like.
Yeah, it depends what kind of shell they wear with them. I think they have to wear a dark blue shell with those.
Yeah, if you wear any like dark blue helmet with
that would look sort of sick. Light blue everything. Oh my god, that'd be so
nah,
nice.
that'd be nasty.
Then they'd be ugly.
They probably wear like their white helmet with that and like.
That'd be okay. So you want a foot pretzel?
I'm good.
Sure.
I'm sorry. Alright, are we gonna talk about this Eric Carlson guy?
I don't know.
There's like a trade or something
Don't
like
know
that.
much
I'll
about him.
just read off what happened. What? Mark Stone? Did you just flick my pretzel?
Maybe.
Yeah, right? Where's the
Yeah, Mark Stone wants out.
do you have Instagram on your phone?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna go to Angel Discussion real quick and pull it up, sorry.
NHL discussion?
I'm sure everyone
I'm
who's
sorry.
a hockey fan knows what happened.
I just want to be able to read off like exactly who was traded. I probably could off the top of my head, but I'd probably mix up first names.
Yeah.
I got you.
Alright, Maggie's gonna find the force real quick. But, it was a huge deal. Also, it depends on what happens in the next few seasons to figure out who really won that trade because of the conditional first and second round picks.
Yeah, that's.
There go, boys.
We're finding it.
Oh, yeah.
That's not it.
Philo.
Almost there. Back to back, not stock. That's funny when nobody said that. People are like, that doesn't, there it is, right
Doesn't
there.
even make sense.
You literally just missed it. You're dumb.
Oh,
You're dumb
yeah.
out. Alright, so the official trade, all the pieces. So, from Ottawa, Eric Carlson, not a big deal. And Francis Perron, who's an
That's
absolute
what
stud.
we're
That's
talking about.
that's the key piece of this deal. And traded to Ottawa a 2020 first, 2019 second, Rudolph Balser, who is probably a prospect, Josh Norris, who's actually a decent prospect. I'm not sure where he played, but I've heard he's decent. I follow the Sharks page on Instagram.
How many draft picks did they go?
Two.
And then 2 conditionals. And then Dylan DeMello. Oh, that's all. I can't say that. He's actually solid.
Yeah,
he's a big boy, good defensive center or good defenseman. He lays the body. He's a younger guy too. He can be solid. Chris Tierney, who's like a second, third line guy type guy, probably a second line guy in Ottawa. And then the 2 conditional picks. So the
Full out rebuild mode.
Yeah. So the conditional pick for the first is if it's Carlson re-signs with the Sharks. That's for if Carlson re-signs with the Sharks, they owe them a 2021 second, and if Carlson is traded to a team in the Eastern Conference, any team in the Eastern Conference, they get a 2020 first. So let's say, or 2022 first. But it's only this season, which is sort of dumb. I think they should have made it. Yeah, so like it make more sense if it was like in the next like 3 seasons. But what they should have done.
He's gonna sign again.
Yeah. What they probably should have done is they should have made it like another second round pick, and they should have made it if he is traded. If he's a Sharks player and is ever traded from the Sharks organization, they get a second round pick.
Yeah.
In whatever year that year is. That would make more sense. So I said the first is because the first round pick, that's big, but they're probably not going to get that. Like, why would you trade a guy you trade all this stuff for? Like, you're going to keep this whole season even if it isn't working out too great, which it will work out great.
Oh yeah, their defense.
Yeah, and I also
for Craig Anderson.
Oh my gosh, what's the guy going to do? That was their best defenseman. Like, he has no one now. He has Dion Phaneuf back there. Oh my gosh, and I think Dion Phaneuf's on Dion Phaneuf's probably on like the Kings right now. I think. So yeah, sort of a big trip. Oh, something else before we get to but I'll get to it after. But that was a pretty big trade. That was probably the biggest trade this season, biggest trade in a while.
Strengthens the Pacific.
Oh,
because I remember what is it? Our first podcast, we were saying the Pacific
was so garbage.
Yeah.
We were saying it's so garbage. Now it's the Central. The Central Division is super strong. The West is I don't know who's stronger. If the West is stronger or the East is stronger anymore. All I know is that the Pacific Division is cheeks. They're so bad, dude.
Top 2, San Jose and Vegas, I say right now.
Oh, not Pacific. I didn't mean to say specific. I meant to say Atlantic. I'm sorry. Atlantic is
Atlantic.
Terrible.
All it really is Tampa.
It's Tampa Bay,
Boston.
Tampa Bay, Boston, and then like the Panthers and Toronto. Yeah, the Metro. I feel like the Metro might be the weakest division now. But we won the Cup, so how we won the Cup the past 3 years? I don't understand, bro.
I don't know. Metro last 2 years was good because it was a close playoff race the whole time.
It still was for this year too.
Yeah.
Like
it was
I think
one,
we just beat up on each other.
It was like 5
I think
points.
we are the best.
I don't know, dude. I can't even tell who's the best. There's so many good teams that you can argue for to make the conference the best. It might honestly be the what's this? It might be the Central, just because the only really good team in the Central is Winnipeg, right?
Nashville is decent.
Nashville, Winnipeg, those teams are good. But I mean, like, that's it. Minnesota isn't that good. St. Louis isn't that good. It's just really those 2 teams.
Well, you could kind of say the
starting
same thing
to
for
fall.
us, though, too. You could say Washington and Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but I mean, well,
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, what else?
Columbus.
Yeah,
Columbus isn't that great. Columbus is they're on a downfall already. Seth Jones probably win the Norris next year. I think he wins the Norris.
You think so?
Yeah, he's just we get this year. But Toronto. So you silly Toronto fans, everyone wants to play with us. Oh, what happens when you sign Tavares and you have to sign 3 of your other players? Oh, they'll take pay cuts. Well, the first player they have to resign, the first one, William Nylander. I want $8 million.
Doesn't want to pay.
We can do 6. I said I want 8. So you said 6, right? No, I said 8. All right, you said 6. No, that's not what you said. He said 8.
Money.
He said $8 million. You're so silly. You all thought you guys were gonna get all of your players back. No, this is what happens when you pay for a center you don't need. Like,
That's true.
you didn't need John Tavares.
How do you feel?
But move John Tavares to wing.
Oh,
That's what they always do.
They moved John Tavares to wing and Bill keep him. Like it was just like that's why I was saying that I wasn't a huge fan of that signing. Like all the Toronto fans now they're all mad because William Nylander he hasn't even been in training camp yet. Like that's not a good
I
sign.
know.
pulling
Where's he
Le'Veon
go?
Bell.
This is what happened to Jonathan Druid. Jonathan Druid had like a really big season, 2 big seasons. You know, he wanted money from Lightning. They didn't give him money. He didn't show up to training camp. Didn't show up to preseason games. He like ended up being like suspended from all team organizations by the team, and he got traded. Like, is this what's gonna happen to William Nylander? So we can washed up like Druid?
I don't
If
think
it
so.
does happen,
That
it's
sucks
not good.
because I really like him.
I do too. Like they should just trade him. Like they're not going to resign him. They can get a really good defenseman for him. That's what I would think. I'm thinking like you trade him to the team like I think who has a team with like a bunch of defensemen. Trade him like Nashville. Trade him like Eric Carlson. No, like then Ottawa gets a first round pick. I have to bite my words too. Like we knew that was gonna happen. That's what I think. Honestly, if I can make him a mock trade off the top of my head right now, trade William Nylander to the
Or they
Predators.
trade him for money,
For
so
Shane
they have
Weber.
more money to sign people.
There's a
bag
door.
of
There's a
pucks.
door. There's a door there. There's a door up there. There's a door over there. There's a couple windows. Choose your way out. Because I'm not that was dumb.
Cut it.
But I think that they should trade William Nylander. I don't know what else for like Elias Ekholm or one of the top 4 defensemen for the Predators.
Yeah.
That way, you know, because I feel like Nashville needs a big offensive piece. They already have enough defense back there, I think, and they need an offensive piece to really push them over that hump to
Yeah,
where they
'cause,
go.
I mean, they lost James Neal 2 years ago now.
Yeah. So I feel like if they have someone like William Nylander who's like young, fast, you know, play with Philip Forsberg, that'd be really solid. And they already have 4 or 5 good defensemen that could be all of them could be top 4 defensemen. Take one of those guys for Toronto. Toronto has another top 4 defenseman, which they desperately need because their top defenseman right now is like Jake Gardner. What a joke. And then suddenly Toronto's probably one of my top 5 for a cup if that happens. You know, everyone will probably be mad at college ball for trading him, but like, if you can't re-sign this player, $2 million, and though it's just at 2, that's still a lot of money, and you're not just able to like magically make that money appear by cutting someone else's contract. Like, I think he needs to get traded. That way, that way you don't lose. anything.
Otherwise, it's a waste.
Yeah,
to be
because
honest.
you want to resign him, but if he's not doing anything this season, if you don't resign him this year, he's a restricted free agent, so he can't just lead the free agency. So they're just gonna have his rights, but that means he's just gonna be practicing on his own. Like he's gonna hire someone to practice for him. Like I know, like they hire like a personal coach or a personal trainer or whatever to make sure he stays in shape. But like that's not practicing with a team.
Yeah.
And there's a difference between practicing with a team and practicing by yourself. Like I can pay $20 to go to a stick and puck 2 times a week for like a whole season. I'd get better if I went to team practices because they're playing with other people, and you know he's just gonna lose value the
flow
longer
is
he
much
sits there.
different,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's just gonna sit there and lose value as he's not getting signed by anyone or not be able to do anything.
Yeah.
So I think they need to train him for a top 4 defenseman. I don't know how they're gonna do that. What they'll do, that wouldn't happen straight up. Obviously, that'd be more.
Yeah, I think it's
but-
in both teams' best interest, or both sides' best interest for him to get traded.
Yeah, there's gonna be some team out there with the defenseman they don't really need, or there's gonna be someone with the defenseman that can be replaced, and William Nylander needs to go before he becomes a bum. So like I don't know, that's what I think needs to happen with him. What do you think? Oh, I don't know. All right, is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
No, I think that's it. I can't think of anything else.
Can we talk about a channel update?
Sure.
Sure.
All right, boys, and a couple females that might listen. Natalie Spooner, if you're listening to this, she's an Olympic gold medalist. She liked one of our pictures once. If you like this,
Shout out to you.
hit me up. We'll bring you down. We're gonna fly you out. Actually, you'll pay for your own flight, but we'll keep you at our house for a day or 2. You can record on the pod with us. Ask all the cool questions. Yeah.
Which NHL players are hot, which are not.
Who's the biggest wrench in the NHL? No, okay, that was
Cut that one.
Yeah,
Cut
sorry,
that one.
sorry,
Cut that one.
sorry. Now she's not gonna come. But we're thinking about starting vlogs. We want to be those guys, but you know, we are. Some of us
Challenge vids?
play high school
Challenge
hockey.
vids?
Maybe challenge videos. I like YouTube videos. Those are a lot of work. I watch too many of the Nash's videos. So.
Yeah, sure.
Dirty. Shout out Asher.
Yo, Nasher.
Hit us up. But we're gonna start. We all play high school hockey. We all play hockey together. So me and Patrick play on the same club team, but me, Mikey, and Griffin all play on the same high school team. So now that high school hockey's starting up, I think it'd be a good time to start vlogging day in the life videos because that'd be a lot of clickbait. Day in the life of a varsity hockey player. That's a lot of views. So it's not official yet, but that's right now the plan is that we're gonna do that for games. We're gonna try. I think we're gonna. We have a game on the 16th, which is a Wednesday.
That's our first game.
That's our first game.
Jeez, we start that quick. I did not know that. Who do we play?
Sherwood. That's our preseason game in Sherwood. We always play them.
Yeah, we only have like 2 preseason games. 1.
We have 3 actually.
3.
With that,
Jeez, you guys play preseason games?
yeah.
I didn't even know we played preseason.
They had that monster. They had that monster number 65.
I remember it.
I should probably play
graduated.
Winston Churchill or something.
Oh my
Didn't
god.
he score from like the red line?
This
last
man's
year?
was like 6'5", like 220 pounds of pure
Was he
muscle
a
with the
senior?
sickest flow I've ever seen in my whole life. He was an absolute,
Cannon.
yeah, he was a freaking mutant. He was insane. He scored like 3 or 4 goals. You couldn't stop him because he's too big. If you try to hit him, he has stiff arm. You knock you over.
The Bel Air kid that scored like 6 other 7 goals against us.
Oh my god, him against lost Bel Air. But alright, anyway, so we're thinking about starting those. So be like just like recording what we do before, like in our games leading up to the game. So the schedule. So what do we do? Because I'm a senior this year. That's private information. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh.
But I'm a senior this year, so I only have 2 classes a day. So I would have the camera in the morning, and I record. Getting up, doing my like pre-school routine. I'm always brushing my teeth and running out the door, so I'm gonna be late. And then vlogging like first, maybe some second period. And then I'd find Griffin and Mikey and hand it off to them, and I want to go home and do nothing, play NHL. And they record their part of the day, and then we meet up at the game, and get the camera back, some pre-game stuff, some post-game stuff, and then this might be a little more of a stretch, but I'm also just trying to think about maybe so everyone here but me has a GoPro, and everyone here has lost their GoPros.
No, I have mine.
You found yours?
Yeah.
So-
No, I found my charger. Griffin found his GoPro.
Okay, that works.
I think, yeah.
So you guys can put the GoPros together, and you can like put the GoPros up like somewhere along the glass and try to like record like part of the game, so we have some highlights to put in the videos. For when I nip like 5 goals a game, not a big deal.
0 points
No,
next
nice.
season. Wait, what?
Please don't embarrass me like that. You could just wait until you turn the camera off to say that. Come on now. But that's what the plan is for right now. That might change. Probably will change because I'm not very organized. I might like wait too long or get the camera. Might miss our first game. But that's the plan. October 16th, big boy vlogging.
Oh yeah.
All right. I think
Sorry,
that's
Matt.
is that all the time we have.
Yeah.
What the hell did I do? I just keep the bucket. Boys want some pretzels.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Inside the Crease. Peace out, boys.